You either love or you hate Hawk Tuah, or Haley Welch as she's become known. Reverse that. Haley Welch started as a spring factory worker in Belfast, Tennessee, according to the Tennessean. And she only blew up after a Tim and DTV street interview thing went viral. Now, they have this original video still up. It looks like they have retitled it to Hawk Tuah Girl Original Video. And I'm just going to show you guys the original video before we start to talk about the controversies later on in this video. Because you either love her or you hate her. I'm going to give you the information. You can make your own opinion, and I'm going to tell you my opinion at the end. So like, comment, subscribe, continuing. Here is the original video.
This is for her.
What?
You gotta answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
I don't get you. I think you gotta demonstrate.
Hawk Tuah and spit
No,
on
like-
it. Spit on it.
Now, the whole time, this guy is extremely horny. I can't tell if he's Tim or D, but the entire time he is interviewing these girls, he's interviewed many different girls. Basically, the entire point of the video is for him to say, "Hey, you're trying to demonstrate?" Oh, she, man. That's the entire idea behind this thing. So he's just going on the streets, you know, making a YouTube video, probably doing it very successfully. They have 46,000 subscribers plus 8 million views on this channel. They've made a boatload from this video and picking up chicks on the way. But then you'll start to realize that Hawk Tuah started showing up everywhere. She started showing up at UFC events. She started showing up with RFK, with these huge celebrities. Shaq. She was with Shaq, literally a huge celebrity. And it's just crazy. It was crazy to see, and a lot of people started either hating her or loving her after that. Obviously, Hawk Tuah is such a quotable thing. I've said Hawk Tuah many different times to friends as a joke, and honestly, we normally have a laugh about it. It's a normal thing for us to laugh about the joke. Whether you like Haley Welch or not, you can say she was drunk and she made a funny joke. It was a funny joke, okay? I know people that make the worst possible jokes they possibly can while under the influence, and that's okay. Some people are funny, some people aren't. Haley Welch clearly seems to be one of those people that leans to the funnier side. People will comment on her looks. She's just average looking. People will comment on her personality, say she's average, she's not that funny. People will comment on whatever they want, but she made clippable moments, and she's continued to make clippable moments since. Which leads me to Better. If you don't know what Better is, it's a brand that is solely sponsored by Jake Paul. It is basically a betting app, hence the name Better. It's BETR. And they signed Haley Welch, or Hawk Tuah Girl, to a podcast deal. Now the pieces are starting to click. How was she able to have these connections to Shaq based off of a clip? How is she able to have these connections to RFK based off of a clip? Well, the honest truth is, she was seen in this video by somebody like Jake Paul, who has millions and millions of dollars, to immediately bring somebody like this out of the ground and into something. We are for the first time seeing someone who is a social media plant. I didn't even know that we could get to this point to where we actually have social media industry plants. We have people at the top of social media actively hand selecting people from the bottom and making them something overnight. It's insane to see. And I really, I can just show you guys some of the incredible feats that she's been able to accomplish in just 3 months of being online. 3 months ago, this video was made. June 23rd, she is able to be the third highest popular podcast on Spotify, which I have fact checked, and it is technically the sixth, but at the time, I think she was the third highest. These rankings move up and down regularly. She's been able to get Reddit glazing all over her, as this person does. They talk just basically a giant paragraph of glazing, like, bro, she's not going to let you hit. But continuing, Pause for Across America is something that she's supported. So she's clearly somebody with morals. She's someone that is willing to give back this fame that she's gotten from her industry plant. And even further, she has some decent clips, okay? She's a comedian. That's her whole point. She is a comedian. A couple of these clips can be seen as extremely offensive. So if you get offended by jokes, then go ahead and click off. But the first thing that she did is her and her friend, I don't know why, but I'm blanking on her friend's name here, but are talking about a picture that was edited of Haley Welch on the Talk to a podcast, which is the podcast that she started through Better.
Haley, when the hell did you have Bobby Lee on the podcast?
What?
That's Kim Jong-un.
Hey, it was far away in my...
Is that Photoshop?
I don't know. Did you have him on your podcast?
Oh, I don't think.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know who he is. Who is that?
He's the leader of North Korea.
Yeah. I knew he was something big.
Oh, and I actually done a Zoom in North Korea a few weeks ago. Huh.
Haley, when...
So basically, she just is a little bit ignorant, and that's kind of her whole comedy. She's your average American. I feel like when you think of America, or when I've talked to people that are not from America, they think of people like this. You know, they got that southern drawl. They got that absolute geographical nightmare by knowing nothing. They couldn't point out a country in Europe if it was to save their life. And they don't know any world leaders other than Donald Trump and Joe Biden, which is pretty ridiculous ultimately. But it was a funny joke. It was a funny joke. And I think that's why she's getting so much attention, is because she makes these jokes that are entirely out of pocket and ignorant and like so bare minimum. Like you don't have to understand any type of complexity to think it's funny. Here she's talking about a Shirtussy.
What's the craziest rumor?
Shirtussy. About Shirtussy.
That's not a real life thing that happened yesterday.
Imagine waking up from a nap. I had like a bunch of messages and everything else. I was like, what's this about? She FaceTimes me. She's like, Haley, go to your Instagram. I was like, what? What is it? She's like, Shirtussy.
People are talking about your shirt, Tussie, and she was like, oh,
Yeah,
no.
I was like, why does it look like that? That's not right.
No, as soon as I seen it, I was like, that's literally the picture we said not to post.
He said, are these pictures above like good for the post? And I was like, yeah, those are good. That picture was not in there.
I did not.
So a shirt tussie is when you have a fat cooter and your cooter decides to take a bite out of your shirt.
I've
Moose
never
knuckle.
seen that before.
Hell, it's better than a camel toe. I hate to say it, but those lips look too little to be mine.
So it's just bare minimum, super easy to understand, normally sexual humor, which is something that is pretty common. And because of how bare minimum her jokes are, a lot of people make fun of her. A lot of people put the women comedians aren't funny. You know, they're lumping her into that group. And I think ultimately a lot of the criticisms that people have against female comedians are very easy to see in her. Ultimately, I believe that she is funny to a certain degree, not into the point that I'm going to glaze her because I have a wife, but I do think that there's groups of people that are making this bare minimum funny humor and taking it to the next level with the memes that have come out of Talk to with Haley Welch. And let me just show you a couple examples of those memes. Here's the first one, which is a reaction party of seeing Talk to early. It's just people, it's normally dudes reacting extremely funnily.
Chelsea
Here's
said
another
Hawk Tuah. Would Chelsea be sitting in that chair?
I would not have dealt with it as good as you did.
Can we hear you say it?
She don't give a fuck. It's her.
Let's just do this one more time.
I can't do it as good as
Do it.
You do it. Hawk Tuah.
Like an emphasis on it, like tush.
So here's the thing, bro. It's one of the funniest things that I've ever seen. Seeing these memes come out of it. I really don't think that her personal jokes are funny, but I think that the people's reactions to the joke that are so like, I hate her, or she's the greatest person alive. It's like so funny to watch the absolute down, like the up and down of different people. People either think she's just like this absolute trash girl that just like got famous for nothing, or they think that she is like the greatest thing since sliced bread. that my dad used to say that. I'm a dad, and I'm really showing it here. Let's continue with another one, though.
Tuah and all that, and because of that, you're going to
Clip
start to
from
resent
Whiplash,
me.
the movie.
And we'll have this back and forth where we will keep arguing, because I'd rather watch Talk Tuah than be there for you, which would make you even hate me more and so on. So that's why I think it's best to just end it with you giving me Hawk Tuah and forget that we ever cross paths and become strangers again.
So I was just an object to you,
Yeah.
and I barely see you anyway.
Yeah.
And when I did see you, you treat me like shit because I'm just some girl who doesn't watch Talk Tuah, and you have a path, and you're going to be great, and I'm going to be forgotten, and therefore you won't be able to give me the time of day because you have a podcast to listen to.
That's exactly my point.
What's wrong with you?
And then some more. And then there's another one here. There we go.
I'm friends with a lot of male comedians. Farting porn is a big thing where girls just fart.
Like a squeak or like a...
It's like a fart out of their butt.
It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head.
These ones are crazy. These ones are actually crazy. My wife, after finding out I gave our son cancer so I can use his Make-A-Wish to go on the Talk Tuah podcast. She's not gonna let you hit, lil bro. She's not gonna let you hit. Okay, continuing. There's one more that I really wanted to show. There we go.
Aggie, open the door, please. I want to talk to you.
Talk to you. Talk to you.
I don't know why I find that so funny. That's just one example. I literally just looked up Talk Tuah memes on Instagram, and these all popped up all in succession. Like it's so funny, bro. The people's reactions to this is what makes it funny. Continuing, there's one more Barstool one that officially Barstool posted.
One more time.
It just can't get old, bro. It won't get old. It's just funny. It's funny to react to things that are not funny to you in a funny way. It's like almost like being when somebody's overly nice to you and you know for a fact that it's like entirely fake. It's just funny to just laugh at their face. I don't know how to explain it. But continuing, I ultimately think that the Talk Tuah podcast is probably going to succeed. Really, I think that they're going to succeed. I think that Haley Welch is actually a pretty decent person. She seems to be not a terrible person. I don't think she's the worst person to make famous ever. She was working at a spring factory in Tennessee. I don't think there's much to do there. So I think she's seeing this whole new world of things to do and things to see and actually handling it extremely well. She's bringing her friends up with her. She's got some big hitters supporting her, like Jake Paul. She's got a lot of good things on her side. She's going to succeed. She will succeed whether you like her or not. You're going to have to get over it. If you think that she's just some average-looking girl that's not funny, then you can think that, but she's going to succeed. There's a lot of average-looking people that are just funny or have fame for no reason. I mean, like, it's just a normal thing. Anyways, though, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.